Hey, Coach Matt Lindland here at Team Quest. We're working our takedowns for Jiu-Jitsu. We're doing a lot of great stuff with our class in here. We've been really looking at getting our hands inside here. As this guy starts to pummel in, this is a great opportunity for me to cover and knock this down and get to my arm drag. So I'm inside. James is gonna, right there, I'm gonna feed this into my arm drag. Okay, another one was, he might go outside my arm right here. I'm gonna wipe that and bring it across. So, couple ways we're getting to that arm drag. Another one would be, I'm controlling this wrist right here. I've got both wrists. Notice my thumb's on the inside on this wrist and my thumb's on the meat of his hand right here. I'm opening this up. The reason I'm opening this up, we got so many options here. We got our ducks, okay? We got our underhooks to the body, okay? But as I'm in here fighting, he's gonna try to clear these wrists, and that's my arm drag. So as I get to these arm drags, it all starts with push. I feel that energy. I feel this guy pushing back. I move out of the way. So what we're doing footwork wise is I'm taking a quarter step outside. I feel that energy pushing back in. I step out of the way, and this guy's gonna keep coming towards me a little bit. So you'll see him go by me. Notice what I'm looking for is a positive hip angle. Simply a positive hip angle is my hips are facing my opponents, his are no longer facing me. In today's class, we had some really great questions from some of our lower belts. And they were like, head in, head outside. There is so many options. The first way that most people would see this as an arm drag is I'm gonna throw my head outside and my head and shoulders are gonna be behind my partner. From here, notice where his weight is. It's kind of on his toes, but he's gonna try to stay balanced. So as I start driving my head and I move my feet, I'll take that guy down. If we don't do this with movement, it doesn't work. So I saw guys today trying to do this and pull this guy down, but if I just move those feet, he's coming to the mat with me. All right, there are some more details in here that we really want to talk about. When we were talking about arm drags, one of the things that is really important is I don't want to grab this arm here, because look, I'm just moving his arm. I'm not cutting an angle. There's only two ways to get to an angle. One is move me. The second one is move him. I'm starting to get my angle. If I can do those two tasks together, is I move him, and that requires this hand, hear that? I want that hand high. I want to be able to pull that past my body. So here, the biggest mistake I see guys make is they don't close that space. They go this big arm drag, and they leave all this space, and then he just takes my angle away. Now we're into this 50-50. We're gonna get into that. There's a lot of attacks from 50-50. But once I make that angle right here, I close that space. I'm connecting myself to this hip right here, then this hand is connecting. From here, I see that knee is already there. I just walk around that knee and I've got my takedown. Now, if he starts to take his hips away from it, because that's the target, he knows it, I know it, I want to get to these hips. When they start going away from me, I get all the way to that body in here, and he starts taking those hips away. I continue to try to maintain my angle, but now look where we're at. We're back into our position where if we run our feet, we'll take this man over his toes to the mat. So the simple answer is head inside, head outside. We're just talking head outside right now. I go behind. I can finish this takedown with a lift, dump, or a drive from there. Okay, but as I get this angle arm drag, one of the other details we really want to emphasize is where my knuckles are going. So we talked a little bit today. James did some arm drag, redrag. So if I go arm drag, maybe it's low, not up as high as I want, here where I'm moving that whole arm across my body, or my hand's a little low, he's gonna hit a redrag from here. And he stole the angle. So look what we were just trying to do. I was trying to get to an angle, but I left that hand down and he took those angles away from me. So how we solve that problem is right here. My knuckles above my own nipples. So as I attack and I get that pressure, I pull this guy past me. Past me, there's my angle. Putting my body, taking away all this space. Now if he tries to face me, my body's here, I'm behind him. I can just drive him to the ground.